What's going on, guys? This is JT here. In this video, I am going to be talking about talents, enchantment talents, and also traits from the Destiny map. We got Royal Capital, so I'm going to be talking about Warlock, Ghoulem, Sasquatch, and Valentina. Now, remember, these aren't necessarily the best talents or best traits or best enchantment talents in specific situations. These are just the talents and whatever else that I have basically gone with in Castle Clash and what I like best. They're pretty much the most versatile that you can have for all game modes. So we'll go ahead and start off by talking with Warlock. Now I have 8 of 8 War Guide on my Warlock, which I definitely absolutely love. Now one issue that I do run into with 8 of 8 War Guide is reflect heroes. And that's kind of taken Warlock out of the game. At least I used to be a huge fan of sniping in Guild Wars, which you can't really do it anymore with all of the empower on heroes and heroes just constantly throwing stuff at you. You know, it's not really a viable option anymore. But I still think that 8 of 8 War Guide is probably Warlock's best talent. It just ups his damage so much. And now for the simple fact that you can have a level 5 Revitalized Crest set, he is auto proc, so level 5 Revitalize is pretty nice on Warlock, no doubt about that. Now, if you are a newer player coming in and already have 5 of 5 Revitalize on your Ares and also your Cupid and or Valentina, one of those, you know, Warlock might be a consideration of where you want to put a 5 of 5 Revitalize as a main talent, because you obviously don't have a level 5 Revitalized Crest set, because Warlock is auto proc, like I said, and an absolute beast when he does proc. So, I mean, just look what he does. So, he also allows 4 allied heroes to deflect 52% damage taken. And not only that, he gives each of those heroes a Psy Shield crest, or basically like a little Psy Shield set to where they negate one negative attack. So like, let's say an Ares proc or something like that, which could be huge in Lost Battlefield. I used to run Warlock with 5 of 5 Revitalize as his main talent, and I absolutely loved it. In Lost Battlefield, he was an absolute beast. And let's go ahead and see, what did I put on Warlock for equipment? I went with Energy Sap. Now, obviously, Victor's Lunge is a little bit better. I just didn't. I had other heroes I wanted to put the victories on first. And as for traits, pretty much just all attack, you know what I mean? That gets his damage up there, no doubt about that. Crit's not bad, but I don't really I don't really want crit on there. It was just what popped up as the last talent, and I didn't want to spend the amount of gems to re-roll over that. So let's see. Let's go ahead and bring up Ghoulem next. So I have 8 of 8 Bulwark on my Ghoulem. Now, honestly, I do not think that 8 of 8 Bulwark is Goulem's best talent. I would rather have Stone Skin on my Ghoulem. I just never took the time to actually change the talent. But I definitely think Stone Skin overall is a better talent for Ghoulem than Bulwark. One thing to note about War God and Bulwark on Goulems is it actually does not increase the amount of heals that they dish out. A lot of people are kind of in the mix like, does War God or Bulwark increase the amount of heals Ghoulem gives? The answer to that is no. He does not increase the amount of heals that he gives out. So basically, I'm using this Bulwark for more HP for my Ghoulem and also more damage that is dished out for my Ghoulem as well. You know, I honestly think that in the grand scheme of things, I think that Ghoulem is probably overall, in specific situations, a better healer than Walla Walla. He definitely is a better AoE healer than Walla Walla. But not only does Ghoulem heal, if you read right here, he also reduces the damage taken by 63% for 5 seconds, which is absolutely ridiculous. He basically gives all other heroes that he's healing a Stone Skin, an 8 of 8 Stone Skin at that. So that's pretty freaking beast whenever Ghoulem actually procs. He makes almost everything invincible. You know what I mean? You'll notice that. And that is why. As far as Crest set, I went with 5 of 5 Revitalize because I do use Ghoulem in 2 instances. I use him in Fortress Feud. I also use Ghoulem in Lost Battlefield, depending on what teams I'm going with, right? As well. So let's go ahead and take a look at equipment. Let's see. I have 5 of 5 Sanctified Blast on Ghoulem. Do I think that that's the best enchantment talent to go with? Probably not. I haven't really thought about what I could change it to. I guess, I mean, what would I change Goulem's enchantment talent to? I kind of like Sanctified Blast, honestly, because it does remove the nearby buffs, which are definitely nice. I don't know. I guess maybe Malaise, that's a pretty good talent for Ghoulem. I think Malaise is a very underrated enchantment talent. I think it's one of the best enchantment talents that they have, and nobody ever even hardly uses it. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I guess Sanctified Blast isn't too bad on Ghoulem because it does keep him dishing out damage, plus it also removes buffs, so that is nice. As far as traits go, obviously I just have whatever came up. I got 2 crit resist, I got HP, accuracy, and attack. Overall, I would say his best is probably dodge, to be honest with you, on Ghoulem. I just never honestly rolled dodge traits on my Ghoulem, so I just went with whatever came up. That's kind of a lazy way to go about it, so my Ghoulem doesn't have dodge traits, but I do think that dodge traits are probably the way to go on Ghoulem, no doubt about that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get in. We got Sasquatch next, my man Sash. Alright, now this is kind of a tough choice. What do you want to go with? Do you want to go with 8 of 8 War God on Sasquatch, or do you want to go with 8 of 8 Stone Skin on Sasquatch? Now, they're both absolutely beast talents and completely change the way Sasquatch goes about his attacks, right? I mean, if you have War God on him, he's just an absolute animal and kills every wall in a base, everything you want in a base. And that's another thing I was going to say. Depending on how you want to use your Sasquatch, if you want to use him to break through walls, I guess I could give you guys a quick example of what I'm talking about right here. I do have Sasquatch right here. If you want to break through walls, and what I mean by that, he literally can just smash. Like if I want to enter this guy's base and go after this guy's skelly right here, then I can just go right through, right? I mean, he can just murk. Oh, I don't have 5 of 5 revive on my staff. Wait, what? Hold on one second. Now I'm making the video all slowed up. Thought I had a revitalize on my Sasquatch. What Sasquatch? Oh, I don't even have a crest set on him. Alright, let me show you guys. This is with a 5 Revite crest set, obviously. Sasquatch is auto-proc, so he has to proc right at the start of fights. And if you want to beast through walls, which I use this a lot in Guild Wars, he's an absolute... Oops, I didn't click much right there. I guess we'll just go right up the middle. Daggum, of course I lose my ability to make this guy go crazy fast. I guess I see. Alright, so we'll just put Sasquatch in right here. I mean, look at this. Just right through the middle of all walls. He doesn't even need the extra speed boost. I just like having it there. So if I want to just break through right here, just smash right through. I mean, you can go through an entrance right there. Now that is a War God Sasquatch for you, obviously, and that would help out a ton if you want to, let's say, do an attack like that. Alright, let's get back into my man. So overall, I think I would probably rather have a War God Sasquatch, honestly, than a Stone Skin Sasquatch. However, a game mode where I do like Stone Skin better than War God is Lost Battlefield and also Fortress Feud, because Sasquatch pretty beast in Fortress Feud as well. Those are 2 situations where I'd rather have the Stone Skin instead of War God, just because they stay along longer and keep heroes frozen, right? The longer they stay alive, the better. No doubt about that. As far as equipment goes, I have 5 of 5 Burning Plate on my Sasquatch, and obviously that doesn't really go too well with War God, but I chose Stone Skin at first, so that's why I have Burning Plate, and I also went with all HP traits. So it's like, let's kind of do a combo. I think he was born with 5 of 5 Burning Plate. So I was like, I'm probably not going to change that. You know what I mean? It gives him 25% more HP. So let's just go ahead and stack this man up with a ton of HP, a little bit of extra dodge, and that's what we went with. So we got 4 5-star HPs and 2 5-star dodges. And this Sasquatch is honestly an absolute monster in pretty much any way you go about it. My Stone Skin one's a monster, so is my War God one as well. But definitely overall, I think I like my War God Sasquatch a little bit better, especially for dungeons too, because man, whenever you're in dungeons with Sasquatch, if you need to kill an area of like 6 or 7 magic towers, you just drop down a Sasquatch and then bam, those magic towers are instantly wiped out and you don't have to worry about being stunned by those. No doubt about it. So let's see, we got Valentina next. Valentina is definitely a very useful hero. If I had to choose, I would probably say the best talent for Valentina is probably 5 of 5 Revitalize, I guess. Although, whenever I had my account, a long time ago, I used to absolutely love my 4 of 5 Revitalize as well on Valentina. And the reason why I like my 4 of 5 Revitalize on Valentina was because it allowed my Pumpkin Duke to proc right away, and then Valentina would just completely fill his energy all the way up right away. I don't really know how useful that is to this day, but I used to use that to help me out with dungeon running a lot, and also in Lost Battlefield I'd use that in certain situations as well. Plus also, you didn't want the Ares to proc before your Valentina proc, so that 4 or 5 Revitalize sometimes allowed Ares to proc, and then right after the Valentina would proc and then clear the whole Ares proc up, and that helped a lot in Lost Battlefield as well, especially since Valentina's immune to Ares proc, right? She can't be, she doesn't lose any energy from that. So let's see here. If I had to choose what talent I'd go with on Valentina right now, this day and age, I'd probably choose 5 of 5 Revitalize, just because Psy Shield's so powerful as well. She'll negate any type of negative activity coming at her. I don't really know, as far as useful, Valentina's still useful, definitely in Castle Clash, but I don't know, she's not really that useful in dungeons as much as she used to be, because now we have Empower on, you know what I mean, heroes like Pumpkin Duke, which makes them just insane, to where Valentina's not really as useful, but she's still an absolute beast. So let's see, let's go ahead and take a quick look at what we have for equipment here. Oh, I do have the 5 of 5 Malaise on Valentina, which absolutely love. Again, like I said earlier, I feel like this enchantment talent is way underrated. I mean, it reduces the healing on 2 random enemy heroes by 100% for 5 freaking seconds. If my heroes can't kill other heroes in Lost Battlefield in 5 seconds, then we have an issue, right? So that's why I think this enchantment talent is just so freaking overpowered, especially on a hero like Valentina as well, where talent that increases her damage, let's say like War God or anything like that, isn't really that effective, right? Because we're not really using Valentina for damage or anything like that. She's basically used to remove all silence from heroes. And then remember, she also removes Eye of Gerda, or however you say that artifact. She removes that as well. She removes everything, all types of silence. And then obviously fills everybody up with energy and gives them crit rate and also crit resist. So I mean, overall, I think Valentina is an absolute beast. So I'd probably go with 5 of 5 Revitalize as main talent on Valentina. I do have a backup 8 of 8 Scatter, but I'm going to be honest, I haven't found myself to use that anywhere in any game mode yet. I just kind of thought that eventually maybe I'd be using that on a boss with PD stacks or something like that, and then just have the Scatter helping me out, but it hasn't helped me out yet. Maybe it will later on in the game. So yeah, let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about talent-wise with any of these heroes, or give you guys any other tips? I don't really think so. I think I pretty much covered everything. Yeah, I mean, I like Stone Skin on Ghoulem, even though I have Bulwark. No doubt about that. Yeah, so I think that pretty much covers up the videos. Anyway, guys, hope this video helped you guys out. And if you guys want to see more, make sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below. And again, if you disagree with any of my talent choices, please explain why, and I'll gladly answer my point of view as well. Anyway, guys, I am out of here for now. Peace out, fellas.